Good morning and welcome back. About 3 weeks ago now, I actually managed to find a place finally that I could ride. It's quite difficult here, and there's lots of places to ride, but you kind of need to be in the know. There's no real bike parks as we know them in the UK. However, I stumbled across a YouTube video and it appeared there was a bike park. It's not managed in the same way ours are, but somebody years ago decided to carve some trails into the mountain, and I've been going there every week since, so for 3 or 4 weeks now, and I've actually met some really nice people, and in fact one of our followers now is somebody that I met on the trail and I hope to go riding with him soon. The trails are extreme, so today what I thought I would do is give a brief update on what we're doing, but also take you on the ride. Now, it never comes across the same on camera as it does in real life. It's terrifying, and I'm a very, I don't know, I'm like an intermediate to high level beginner, I would say. So I'm petrified most of the time I'm out there, but it's fun for me. So it's about 40 minutes from our house over to the southeast. We live in the very west side of Las Vegas. This is over to the southeast side, I think. I could be wrong. And it's towards Hoover Dam. Might be getting that wrong, I'm pretty sure it is. I'll put something in the video to show you where it is. Lots of fun, lots of good people. The only problem is, if you go down, it's all rocks and it's loose rocks, you're going to hurt yourself. And you will probably just have to sit on the bike, hope your legs aren't broken, and just roll into the hospital. Anyway, I'm on my journey there now. I haven't done any of these updates recently, mostly just because we've been busy with life, buying houses. We've been traveling quite a lot. So we did a California trip. We just got back from Austin a couple of days ago. Amazing trip. I really like Austin. It's high humidity, so I kind of get why people don't. Very cool city, town and people. We were there for Formula One, which was, I love Formula One. It was a very, very good experience, and we bumped into lots of people we had some great conversations with, so it made it even better. There was a big downside, which was there was over 400,000 people that attended this event, and there are 2 roads in and a 2-lane road in and a 2-lane road out. So it was absolute chaos. To travel 10 miles, it was taking about 2 to 3 hours. To queue to get on the coach, up to 2 hours. So there were lots of points that the circuit needs to look at and the management to rectify that issue. However, overall it's a great experience, and I'm hoping next year my brother and a couple of my friends can make it out, so we can all do it together. They can go out to Vegas and then we can go on to Austin, or the other way around, and I think we'll have a great time as a group. We are doing a full update of our home building experience. I'll put a link in somewhere that you can follow the series, but do go and check it out. And the reason is very different to how you buy a home in the UK. The advertised price of something is definitely not going to be the price that you pay. For example, you might see a price for 500,000 for the house, but you can't move into it for less than 600,000, let's say. And to find out why that is, go and watch the video series where we break it all down for you. I wanted to add in, actually, the power of YouTube is amazing, and the power of just networking is amazing. We've actually met some really great people, and I can't remember if we mentioned it before, through YouTube. So they were people on a similar journey to us. They found us on YouTube, reached out. They happened to be coming to the US, and we've ended up becoming friends, and we've done lots of events with them, and we plan to continue doing lots of events with them. And it's really nice to share a similar path and a similar point in life with each other, and we're kind of all loners in this place, and we found each other, so it's been really nice to have that. Over Christmas it's going to be interesting. So we've got a couple of trips that we've booked. We weren't sure whether to go back home for Christmas, and we decided we won't. We'll, hopefully everything works out, we're going to go with our new friends to Mexico, a place that we used to go frequently, once a year usually, for the last few years prior to the pandemic. So we're going to go to a really nice resort in Mexico for the 5 days across the Christmas period. We've never been away for Christmas. The closest we did, we spent Christmas Day at my parents' 2019. This is before knowing we were going to move to the States, and then on Boxing Day, or was it Christmas Day? It might have been Christmas Day, we left and went to Thailand, Chiang Mai. However, we had spent all of the time with our family. This time, it's going to be no family and just a period of time across Christmas with our new friends in Mexico. I thought of more things to update you with. So my dentist, for the people that have been following from ages ago, still going through my dentist treatment plan, however many months later, September, October, so 3 months now worth of treatment. They take their dentistry very seriously here, and I'm glad for it. It's actually worked out considerably cheaper, so I'm going to end up with 4 crowns, multiple new fillings, potentially root canals, for less than probably £800, and I'm pretty sure a crown in the UK is 500, without all of the rest of the work that I've had done. God, so yesterday and the day before, horrendous pain, horrendous. I had a full clean. Now I haven't had a proper clean at least 5 to 8 years, and they have to inject you. And I'm gonna put in a picture, and I'm not gonna put it in as I was saying, I'm gonna put in a picture of how many injections they had to use for just one side of one part of my mouth. So it was done across 2 days. Those injections were for the lower left part of my mouth. I think there were 6 or 7, I think there were 7 in the end for the entire left side of my mouth, but most of that was for the lower left side because it wouldn't numb. So anybody that's squeamish, maybe just fast forward the next 20 seconds, because I'll put a picture up of how many they had to use. The pain was horrendous, honestly. It was bad after. The pain through the treatment wasn't too bad, and the injections weren't too bad, but I suffered for the next 5 or 6 hours with just uncomfortable pain, couldn't open my mouth properly. And I love to eat, I couldn't eat, so we had to go out and get like really soft noodles. I also had to just smash it into my face and hope that my mouth was wide enough, which it wasn't. And then the pain subsided maybe around 12 o'clock the following day, yesterday, and then I had to go back in for the right hand side of my mouth, which didn't take anywhere near as many. I think it was 3 vials in the end of the anesthetic. Bit uncomfortable, but nowhere near as bad as the last one. But I'm happy the work's getting done. The service has been good in terms of the treatment. And I've got a follower at the dentist now, somebody that's following us, so hello. Okay, let's hopefully you can see this, and hopefully it's not too loud for you. So I've just met some new guys. Every time I come here, that's 3 times, I try and speak to people and ask them their opinions on where to go, because I'm clueless. So they've given me some advice of where to take, but every single person here says it's dangerous. You're probably going to come off. There's no easy routes. Stay safe, which is scary. So what I'm going to do, actually, let me just spin around. You'll see over here the expanse, and I'll show you when I get to the top. So essentially, I'm going up the fire road. I'm gonna get all the way to the top, and I'm just gonna ride the one that I know. I don't know it, but it's the only one that I do really, called Girl Scout. I do that into one that's called PAL. So it's just gonna be a trip down the ones that I know, try and show you what it's like living and enjoying yourself in Las Vegas, how varied it is, how dangerous it is. Oh, and I found out last time that there are lots of tarantulas. This is quite hard. Lots of tarantulas, and also some rattlesnakes out here. So I was warned to be careful of those as well. You'll probably see on the left, there's a guy riding up now. Oh wow, really washed out. Yeah, there's a guy riding up the trail. Now these are 2-way trails, unlike a proper bike park in the UK where you can only ride the trail one way. Here you ride it both ways. This So you'll see just here. So I'm going to ride the fire road, which is here. A lot of people when they race will ride the trail. Now hopefully you can see, and I'll point at it when I've got some traction, which will be now. To the right you can see a satellite setup. Now I don't know whether that's for comms, as in telecoms, or whether it's a satellite receiver from space. I have no idea, but it's pretty cool. A lot of people ride to that. I'm not going too far from there. And I think it's called Snakeback. I can't really remember. But everybody's warned me how steep it is. And I'm not that good on steep. So I'll stick to the part that I know. So both on the right and on the left, there's a number of different trails. This is, as you can see, here is a lot steeper. And there's trails both this side and the other side of the mountain. Ahead, way less steep, more cross-country style. We would still consider it kind of a downhill, but it's less downhill than to the right. You can probably just make out on the camera where you see all the lighter bits, that's where people have carved. So there's like a nice hairpin there, carved the trail in the mountain. Final thought before I get to the top and we do a one lap down. There were a couple of people absolutely flying on their e-bikes. And I'm like, I'm slow, but I'm not that slow on a flat. And the reason is, in the US, I think their e-bike limit is 20 miles per hour. In the UK, our e-bike limit is 15. So I'm capped at 15 miles an hour because I've still got the UK EU software. Now, if you are bringing an e-bike from the UK, I'm pretty sure you can get them it's not de-restricted because they're still restricted, but you can take it to your local dealer, whether you've got Yamaha, Bosch, whatever, and have them flash the firmware. I'm not sure if I'm going to do mine. I rarely need to pedal with assist over 15 miles an hour, and also you'll chew for the battery more. Nice and easy on our first one. Need to warm the brakes up as well. Very easy to fall off here. I just washed the bike, so it feels like the brakes still need to clean off whatever's on there. They're very inactive. Get my body into it. Hopefully what's coming across on the video is how different the terrain is here compared to the UK. We really are taking it really nice and easy. First run of the day, let's not kill ourselves yet. You have to try and avoid all of the big stones. It's a different element that's added onto your ride here. Hey man. Yeah. pick up a little bit of speed, start choosing some better lines. My legs are beginning to warm up, my arms. Ooh, a little bit deep. I thought the berm was bigger than it was, but it's not. A little bit of a complex section coming up in a moment. I don't think I've cleared it yet. Nope, and I definitely won't with that line. Terrible line choice, Anton. Alright, here we go. I will clear it at some point. I have had 2 or 3 offs over here. Not terrible, just where I'm not riding correctly, not judging the terrain, and my front end has gone into some deep sand and I've washed out. I don't plan on doing it today, but you never know. Scary bit coming up. Ah, not too bad. Into a bit of a pedal. Every time I've come here, I've met some great people. I end up spending half an hour to an hour talking to them rather than riding, which I really don't mind. I enjoy meeting people and talking, as you can probably tell. Whoa, nearly slipped there. Too much speed for me. I could have chosen the outside line, probably would have been a bit better. I think my brother would love it, and a couple of our friends who ride would love it out here. Free riding. Oh. Pedal strike. The next section that comes up is a really open flowing section once this bit is finished. But let's concentrate on what we're doing before we harm ourselves. Right at the fork here. Get a bit of a pedal in. And look at this. Look what it opens out into. Right, I've got 29% left on this battery, so hopefully it's enough to complete the route. To give you an idea, the pedal up and to this section is 2.7 miles. Not sure if you can see that. I'm thinking the next bit is maybe a mile, maybe a little bit longer. Much more flow, way less tech. So let's get it. It's a lot more enjoyable, this section to me, but not quite as challenging. I mean, it's super easy to come off it though. And the gravel is extra dry today, meaning very easy to slip, for me at least. It's a lot more open, a lot more flowy. Whoa! It's so good for your mental health, I think, or your brain health. Just being out in the open, meet a couple of people, ride for a few miles, relax, be at peace with yourself. Or you could be relaxing and in pieces by yourself, because it'd be very easy to fall off, hit a rock, break your shoulder, and nobody find you for half a day. As you can see, you can't see anyone. And if I went down here, nobody would see me. That is one run. There's another mile that you have to pedal back up, hence the reason why I have an e-bike. For people that don't know what these e-bikes are like, I just got questioned, had a 20-minute conversation, and there's people here that have throttle bikes, so I think they're a different class 2 maybe, where you press the throttle and the bike rides, or propels itself rather. For me, I have many different modes, and I don't know whether it shows up. I can put my modes into auto, eco, standard, high power, but that only works as I'm pedaling. So it's a pedal assist bike, which means if you don't pedal, you don't get any power. It only assists the pedaling. Now, might still seem like hard work, and it is, keeps you fit. However, you get up to 4 times the pedaling input. So what that then means is it's 4 times less effort for me going up the hills. So I'm less bothered about doing multiple runs in a day. Now, I never get to do multiple runs because I end up chatting for hours. But yeah, I just thought I'd give you that piece of information for anybody that's wondering what type of bike this is. I've not got back yet, so I've done about another 0.6, 0.7 of a mile, but I think this gives a good perspective of the range in which you can ride. So all the way from down there, all this, all the way up there, all the way across here, and they hold races here as well, which the last one I was in Austin for, but I might come along to the next one. I'm not going to race, but I might come along as support of some of the people that I've met here, and also to watch them and hope they don't hurt themselves. Okay, nearly back towards the car, probably another 0.3 of a mile. You can see even here all of the trails that run through. It's so nice. Okay, that's it. Ride over, on my way home to have some food. Hopefully it's been an interesting, if very different video to what we normally put out, but I thought I would do something a bit fresh and different. Yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching.